Yes. We would like to welcome you to a special episode of Beezewax.
Sorry, I'm looking at the time over here. Yeah. You get a time check.
Yes.
What's up, man? Very, very special episode, huh?
Yes. The specialist.
The specialist
of the special.
Yeah. What's up,
we sitting here today and we're going to talk about Beeze's project. What's the name of the project? Because I'm going to fuck it up.
Mise.
Mise. Yeah. What the fuck does mise mean?
It's a culinary term. It's a French word that's used in the cooking world. My brother, shouts out to Chopper Chig, my boy. He's an excellent cook. You know what I'm saying? He probably could have been a chef if that's what he wanted his trade to be.
Okay.
But he actually put me on to that term. And what it means, the loose translation of it is everything in place, or to put in place, which is what when the chef, when they about to prepare a meal, a big dinner, or whatever,
yes,
in the kitchen, that's like a rule of thumb type of thing in their world. Like everything got to be mise en place before we start cooking, and the kitchen got to be in a certain order. You know what I'm saying? Shit is prepared, like you're preparing for the prep kind of thing. So there's certain tools and stuff that you need and shit. So
what was the mise en place for this project?
Just a lot of this music was recorded over time. I started recording some of the stuff when we was on lockdown and COVID. Some of these songs, you know what I mean. Some of these songs was like some of the first songs that I wrote, because when we went on lockdown, that was probably the first time in my life where I was forced to just stop. Because basically from like a teenager up until that point, and I was like 30 years old, 29 when that shit happened. So I was just going, you know, very sleep deprived, all that type of shit, like running days and days and days.
Still like that.
So in that moment, you know what I'm saying? Like they opened the world back up, so I got back to it. But in that moment, you know what I'm saying? It was like a chance for me to be like, let me chill. And then like shit was kind of serious. Like niggas thought it was the end of the world for real. So I was like, I don't really feel like rapping right now. And that was the first time I never felt like that before. Like even from when I was a kid, like I never didn't feel like, you know, even if it was just writing a rhyme or something, you know. So I took like a little gap of time where I wasn't doing shit musically. Yeah. As far as, you know, no studios was open, no shit like that. So I couldn't work, but like even me just working on my craft, it wasn't nothing. Until I forgot exactly how much time passed, but then shout out to LV who produced this project. He sent me, you know, a pack of beats like how we usually do, and then I just started writing, and those are some of I think Morrisania was one of the first songs that I wrote.
Okay, yeah, we gonna get to that.
Yeah, I know I'm speeding.
Yeah.
Fault.
All right, so mise en place. In your opinion, and I know this is a hard question to ask you because you're an artist, but where do you think mise en place is at in your catalog? As far as where would you put it at? Like, you know what, I think this is what puts me here, what puts me here.
Yeah, I don't know. I never thought about it like that because I'm always trying to beat my last shit. So it's like, I feel like I'm fucking up if people saying that like all my previous stuff is the best or their favorite. Then I feel like I need to recalibrate what I'm doing because I never really thought about it like that. So I guess that's, to me, you know, this is my best offering to date. Like, because I'm always trying to beat the last shit. Like, I'll be competing with myself. Like, for real, though. Like, I'm trying to out-rap this nigga. Like, when I get props on some shit, like, yeah, that was fire. I'm like, I gotta do better than that shit now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so 7 tracks.
Yeah, it got 7 tracks on there. Technically, it's more than that, but it's 7 tracks, but we got, like, little beat transitions and shit going on, like interlude shit. So it's like little cool stuff in there. like Easter egg stuff. So it is more than 7 musical things happening. You know, so you're gonna hear more than 7 beats and stuff like that. But yeah, the track list is 7 joints.
Okay, yeah, you know.
But we wove in some other shit in there too.
I got the advanced copy.
Yeah, that's my man.
I heard it. I listened to it. So you know, and
by the time y'all see this, it'll probably be out. You know,
yes.
You can go listen to it. But Wax, by the time you heard it, Wax been heard it.
Exactly.
You know,
been heard it. But he knows what type of music I lean towards as far as lyrics. So I'm always impressed when he goes into that world because he's a very universal artist, I could say. Like, there's a lot of things he can do. Like, I think he does everything at a very good level. You know, I'm not going to say he's the best lyricist, but he's very good. And some dudes might be the best lyricist, but can't do this. But he does everything very good. So, you know, that's something that you don't really come across too often. That's why I'm a big fan of his. So I listened to it, and from the beginning, I was like, oh, shit. This is going to be one of the ones that I like. Not saying I don't like it ever, but this is going to be one of the ones that I place on the like, oh, this might go up there with Nate Escovette. Yeah. As soon as I heard the first track, I was like, oh. And the first track is called Awake.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Awake.
Yeah, that was another early one, like in that little, like coming out of quarantine, like just started writing rhymes and shit, like still in quarantine, but like coming out of not doing any music. You know what I mean? Because also, I forgot to mention this, with the Nate Escovate project, I was a little discouraged by COVID because we dropped Nate Escovate December 2019. And then they shut down the world 3 months later. So like, you know, I feel like that project, as much, I do get a lot of props on that project, and that project is definitely very close to my heart. I think it's dope as fuck. And, you know, a lot of people that have heard it feel the same way. But I do feel like it didn't really get, like, I didn't really get to shoot many videos for that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really get to do a lot of, I'm not saying never, I've done a couple shows now performing songs, but basically that whole time of COVID and lockdown, I didn't get to perform any of that music. Like, I just put it out. So, it's like, I didn't get to do no shows and none of that shit, you know, so that was a little discouraging. And then, like I said, it was like a serious time. We didn't know what the future was going to be, so I kind of was just like, rapping. No. Just finished rapping for y'all niggas, and now they told me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of felt like that, so.
But yeah.
But Awake was one of them first ones that I got, like, that beat here. First of all, it was that beat. Mm-hmm. When I heard that beat, I almost lost it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what, like, you know, my writing process is just that, just with the beat. So, like, the beat dictates where we going with this. At least that's how it feels to me, you know.
You said on the track, never gonna learn if you don't teach.
Oh yeah, they never gonna learn if you don't teach them. But they don't trust your word because you be reaching. I stay around the earners, not the leeches. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I pay attention to the bars.
No, yeah.
And I like that. I want you to expand on that. Like, what you really mean by that when you say you never gonna learn if you don't teach.
The line before that, I said I talked to them, I ain't preaching, because you know they, as far as like, I'm a young old young nigga. I'm at that point in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, in a lot of circles now, I'm an elder statesman. You know what I'm saying? Because I still be outside running around. So I'm in tune with a lot of my young guys, and I still talk to them and deal with them, make music with them. So that's basically what I was referring to. Like, I talk to them. Like, I'm not preaching because I may not condone whatever, you know, foolishness. Like, just, and not just for young niggas, just in general. I don't really condone foolishness. Just anybody that know me. Yeah. I kind of just stand on what I stand on. I don't really fuck with weird shit. So it's a lot of moral-less things, like things, you know what I mean, that go on, and I try to be an example of that. You know what I mean? Basically, that's what I was getting at. Without being like preachy or like, y'all gotta shape up, you gotta fix this and that, because somebody gonna do what they gonna do, you know. But if you looking at me, it's gonna be like, nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro was solid, so maybe I should be solid.
Yeah.
You know, and he never told me no bullshit. Like, it's more like that. That's more what I was referring to.
Yeah, and you also was on the track on something like, these niggas can't break me.
No. Hell no. That, you know, the whole shit is ham life. It's happy as myself. How I'm motivated, man. That's you know, it's always been, you know, only I could do me. That's, you know, you only get one you. You know what I mean? And you only get one shot at this road trip they call life.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be some shit that's gonna feel like it's gonna break you, but that's, you know what I mean? You still breathing, that shit ain't break you, so, you know what I mean? And none of these niggas can break you for sure. Like, it ain't just me, it's anybody. Like, that's a person, another person. That's like Big said, niggas bleed. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And that's not, I'm not even talking about violence. I'm speaking period. Like,
we all
self-confidence, yourself, like, there's nothing that, you know.
It's nothing different.
They gotta put his pants on one leg at a time, just like you, bro.
Exactly.
And that's basically what I was getting at. These niggas can't break me. That's what.
So after Awake, nice intro to the album. I'm like, okay, cool. I like that. And then the next song, oh my gosh, the beat crazy. But see, the thing with Bees raps with a lot of people, but I'm more in tune to the projects where it's just him, because that's where I feel like he delves into a lot of himself instead of trying to, you know, make songs with people. But this was one of those songs that had features that, not saying I don't want you on features with people, but this one just sounds right. You know how a record just sound right? Like,
look at that.
You got a record called Casino. And they got a couple people on there. Who are the people that's on the track with you?
Shout out to B.O.D. That's my man Big Dangerous and Custom Carter.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people, especially if you listen to my music from the beginning, you know, Custom Carter, somebody that I've collaborated with a million times over the years.
Always
see
Custom on
that's my
always.
brother. You know, and it's funny because Big Dangerous is actually his brother. Like, they're blood brothers, and they formed a duo called B.O.D. Brothers of Destruction.
Okay.
You know, like when they take her Kane shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
that's what's up.
But yeah, them niggas been barred up. That shit is.
They went crazy on there. I'm not even going front. They went crazy. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay. Then Bees comes at the end and get his shit off. Bees says something now. There's a lot of, in your music, you really reference New York a lot. Yeah. Like, you a New York baby.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, because I don't really got a choice. That shit is like, you know, you got to go for what you know.
Yeah, so do you ever, I'm going to get into some of the stuff you said, but do you ever feel like you might be excluding people who not from the city with some of the stuff that you say? Because some of your hardest shit be your references to the city.
It be some shit
that only niggas from New York would know what you're talking about.
And that's something I worked on since I was a kid. Yo, my pops used to tell me that shit. Like, when I used to rap some shit for when I was a kid, and he'd be like, yo, that was dope, but nobody gonna know what the fuck you talking about. Because like, my references used to be even worse. But I say some shit that only co-op niggas gonna know about. Like, I'm talking about Cappies and all kind of other shit. Niggas is like, what is that? But I feel like I was a kid that loved all regions rap music. Like, I was a big Chameleon and Paul Wall fan. A lot of people don't know that they was a group back in the day. Them niggas was a duo. They album together was fire, actually. That was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Fucking Do or Die from Chicago.
Do you wanna ride?
Yeah, them niggas was dead nice. That was one of my favorite
Me
groups.
and my boys just listen to that heavy.
But 3-6 Mafia, Tommy Wright III, all that Memphis shit. The reason why I'm bringing these specific people up is because when I discovered their music, I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about.
Okay.
But I loved it.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And same thing even with New York niggas. I was a kid for a lot of that shit. I remember being in the car asking my mother, cause Shock G said I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. I said, Ma, how the fuck you do that? What she talking about? That's math that don't math. My mother said that's not for you. That's what she used to say when it was some adult shit that she didn't feel like explaining to me. She was like, that's not for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then even he tried to help me as a little nigga, cause he on the ad lib like
A dime and a nickel.
Like he tried to help me, like figure it out, little nigga. But you get what I'm saying? It's like that's always been a part of our shit. Like decode it, figure it out, decipher it. That's what make me nice. I brought you to my block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cause you said on there in this line, fire. It's one of them lines when you sit here and any nigga from New York, when you hear this line, you're like, oh, I ain't never say that shit. This nigga said been wavy since swim class at Riverbank. I was like, oh, this nigga.
That's a fact, man. Yeah, my boss got the pictures, man. You know what I'm saying?
And you also said on there, you was like, trying to get it how you live is how he lost his life.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. That's another, cause it's nothing new under the sun. You know, ain't nobody saying nothing that nobody else said. It's about how you say it.
Yeah.
And I never heard nobody say it the way you said it. Talk to me about it.
Shit, man, that I don't even know the fucking like how I, you know, because that's one of those when you go in there, like you like, oh shit, I bet, because it's also like fucking it's a conversation I had with my pops too. Is actually I went to I was down south and got to visit him and shit. We in the car, and I'm playing him like a bunch of shit that I've been recording up here and shit because he ain't seen me in a minute. So he's listening to it and he's like, yo, nigga, you got like, and the way he explained it to me, I never thought about it like this, but it made perfect sense when he said it. He was like, you got a style that's like, you got lyrics and punchlines like a New York nigga, but you rap like in a simple way where it's like you just talking to somebody like a down south nigga. Like it's easy to understand if you know what I'm saying, if you're not listening for all the bars. But then if you listening on some punchline, like, oh, that shit might have a double meaning, blah, blah. So that line to me is like one of those lines that shows that. Where it's like, it's a very simple line, but it's like it holds meaning.
Yes.
And it's like, I said it in kind of, I like, Jay-Z to me is the best conversational rapper of all time. Like Jay-Z raps like he's talking to you. Like you sitting on the couch and he's like, yo, listen, bro, I've been meaning to talk to you. And then he spit that verse. And it sounds just like your conversation. So, you know, that always inspired me as a kid. And it, like, I always try to make my rhymes like that, like we talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's definitely a hard track. I was like, okay, so now I'm listening to it. I was like, okay, because you know, I'm like, it's 7 tracks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, the first 2, I'm like, yo, what we doing? Then he comes out with another one. Morrisania?
Yeah.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
What's up with Morrisania? Talk to
You
me
know,
about
Morrisania is area in the South Bronx.
Yes.
You know, Southern Boulevard, Prospect, Hunts Point. Well, I went to high school over there.
Okay.
So,
what high school you went to?
my high school actually doesn't exist no more, but it was Bronx High School for Performance and Stagecraft. We was crammed in a building with like 3 other schools.
Okay.
The first 2 floors was a middle school. The 3rd floor was another high school, and then the 4th floor was my school.
Okay.
Remember, yeah, we was on 1 floor. That's it. Yeah, it's a little ass school. That shit don't even exist no more. But it was a lot of talent, a lot of dope people in that school. I went there. My man Black Pearl went there. That's where we met.
Okay.
That's my girl, my son's mother. She went to that school.
Word,
So
okay.
It's funny. That school got a little spooky energy to it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a little small joint that don't even exist no more.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's my fault. I forgot what you asked me.
No, I was just telling you about Morrisania. Why, like, why you named the song that?
LV be titling the beats all kind of crazy shit, and then I'm also a person that title songs. Or like I got a song called "Third Pew" from Miss Johnson. You know she's sitting in the front. That's the name of the song. It's a song. It's on the Thomas Holmes project. But you know what I'm saying? But again, that's that conversational shit though. That's like some shit like, yeah, you know where you at? I'm down 3rd pew from Miss Johnson. You know she's in the front. I just thought that was funny. So that's what I titled the song. So I'll be bugging out like that too. But then LV also does that. He'll send you the beat and it'll be titled some wild shit like fucking beats that have been sent to me by LV. But that one in particular was called Zach Morris, which is how the Morris came in my head. But I didn't want to call the song Zach Morris, so I just called it Morris Senior. You know, a little Bronx shout out. Like you said, more of my New York references, like you said. But yeah, he names the beats all kind of crazy shit, and then I'll either piggyback off that or we'll change the name, whatever.
You said on the track, because, you know, like I said, I pay attention to the bars. I wrote the shit down. You said, everything I do in person, I put it in rhyme.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what your problem is. You ain't lying. Because I know you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Still Kevin the Rap, man.
Yo, if y'all watching the Beezewax, y'all know that I've known him for 13 years. And he's not lying. Man. Everything he say, that shit is real. Like, and I was like, that's your problem. Yo, you out here fucking telling the truth. Cause these other niggas is lying.
Yeah, fact. That's a fact. Right. I do think about that. And you know, it is really, I gotta tell the truth, bro. I have to. You know what I'm saying? Once again, as happy as myself, it has to be that the whole mantra is that the only I could do me is people spend so much time. No, you're right, bro. The telling the truth shit, I get it. But it's also like, you know, I was influenced outside of just the rap shit. Like it's niggas like Malcolm X and shit like that. Like that shit is important. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be who you are. And people spend so much time trying to showcase their individuality by like on some dare to be different shit. Yeah. When you was already different. Just you. You know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't born the same. Even if we was born on the same day at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We was in different beds, different hospitals, even if it was the same hospital. You know what I'm saying? It can have all the similarities that you want. We still two different niggas. Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's basically what it's about. As far as what I was getting at with that, like with the telling the truth shit. Like I just feel like it's funny, you keep bringing up my pops. Shout out to Pops, man. But he always would make fun of me and Cuss too. Custom Carter, that's on Casino. They both make fun of me. They'll say Zoo will hang out with you all day and then make a song dissing you while you in the room. But I'm not dissing you. It might be like, say you did some bullshit, right? Or something happened or whatever. Like I'll just know some shit, or we'll know somebody else that something happened. It came across something that happened throughout our day, and now it's later on in the day, and I'm making a song, and I might reference like, cause you know when niggas do this, that, and the third, and he's like, nigga, he's talking about earlier when the nigga did that. Like it was niggas who would shoot at you on the song. I'm like, I'm not dissing, bro. But that's like, so sometimes you know, to tell the truth give you trouble. Yeah. But that's another reason again with the talking to my young niggas. I tell them that I'm like, nigga, you don't have to all the snitching on yourself and what you gonna do or like all that other shit that like the goofy shit. That you don't gotta do it. You can be your authentic self and tell the truth on your songs about who you are and what you stand for without getting yourself in trouble or putting yourself in harm's way or putting a target on your back. Like, hey, look at me. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, you know, one day they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out one day.
But yeah, I gotta tell the truth, man. I got to. Especially because there's so many goofy niggas that just, you know, join in of the not telling the truth.
All right, so after Morris Senior, we got Dean Martin. Yeah. Why did you name this track Dean Martin? I listened to it a couple times trying to figure out if there was an actual reason. Why is it another one of those, this is what the name was that it was sent to me?
Well, when it was sent, I think it was called Billy Martin.
Got you.
I told you, LB tripping too. And I don't know why he called it Billy Martin. But I call it Dean Martin because he sparked the idea with the Billy Martin, but then also, you know, that shit is like some jazzy shit. So I felt like I was on my Rat Pack shit on there. You know, I was on my funky shit. So that's Dean Martin.
I like that track. That track is dope.
You know what I mean?
And then here you go again on this track, but you know, you
and I said that, not to cut you off, my fault, but I said that on the first project on Nate Excavate too. I said me and L like Quincy Jones and Sinatra. You know what I'm saying? I trained to go pro like a Golden Glove boxer. That's on San Pellegrino. So it's like The Dean Martin, you know, it's like a callback type. I'll be liking a little Easter egg, shit like that, like, you know.
Yeah, you said on there, big Bronx nigga, bankroll flipper, titty bar tipper, Hennessy with my niggas.
Don't take no picture.
Now,
fast life liver.
Since you brought it up, what was your favorite Bronx strip club?
Definitely gotta be Sue's. Sin City was more.
You consider Sue's in the Bronx?
I mean, it's Mount Vernon, but it's like, come on. I'm one of them niggas, you understand, I'm born and raised in Carb City, so my perspective of Mount Vernon is very different than somebody else from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? It's very different. So
yeah, see, I was born in Highbridge. Then I came over to Carb City when I was like 8. So didn't really make a difference to me, but just always knowing the borderlines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was always, well, why we gotta go away to Mount Vernon? Mount Vernon is fucking around the corner from us.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? but I'm gonna say, when I was young, they probably closed this shit by the time you got to your strip club age. But there was this spot they had in Hunts Point called Harry's Triangle.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Yo, anybody out there
Harry's Triangle
that's my age or older that was on the strip club circuit around that time, early 2000s, yeah, you know about Harry's Triangle.
Harry's Triangle.
That shit was probably as big as this studio. It had a video game in there, and that's what you leaned against. There was no seats. It was like a bar, very small bar.
No seats.
Girls walking around. You just lean up against the Pac-Man machine.
He said, "Make it happen."
Yeah.
Yo, dead.
Yeah. But Dean Martin, that's another good track too. Now, but I wanted to get to track 5 because this is where we're gonna have to spend a lot of the conversation. Calling. I will be the first person to say that I prefer you barring.
Yeah.
I prefer you leaning more towards my era than the purgatory that we spoke about before that you're stuck in, being the generation that you're in. You're caught in the middle between the mumble rappers and what we're dealing with now, and between the golden era. Mm-hmm. So Calling is a record that really sounds more towards what we're doing now.
Yeah.
With my lingo and how I talk from the education that I had.
All right. Yeah, so you took them out.
So we get to the point, in the era I come from, anything that you were going to do, you had to have a record that could possibly get played on the radio, like your radio-friendly song.
Yeah.
And I feel like Calling is that song record on this project because this project to me sounds like a project from the 90s because it is a certain way and then you get to Calling and then it goes back to the way it was before. Like, I had to do this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I act, and a lot of times those records be reaches. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like an artist trying to do something that they don't normally do, and that maybe they might not even be good at it.
Yeah.
But if anybody who pays attention to you and knows your catalog, they know that this is really what you do.
Yeah, no.
But on this project,
it's not what I was doing.
Yeah, it's not what you was doing.
Nah, yeah.
So it comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, and I actually like it. I was like, yo, he got me with this one because I didn't want to like it. As soon as I heard it, I didn't want to like it. I was like, I was like, it's his radio song. I was like, but then I was in there, I was like, this shit kind of hard. Now talk to me, who's the feature on there? That's
my sis. That's Chances Styles. That's family. That's
that's another person that, you know, work with all the time. Me, her, LV. That's that's family. So we got a bunch of songs. I'm on her projects, you know, she be on my projects and stuff. We do a bunch of stuff together. But that particular song was like the joint we did. That was like I was telling you before, the beat, man. Like I just go with the beat. That the beat had me on my motherfucking Miami Vice. You know what I'm saying? Like I was feeling like, you know, that's how it had me feeling. Like, you know, silk shirts with the taco meat out, man. That's how I just go with the beat, man. I don't fight it.
Yeah. But I like it. And it's like, I don't feel like you were trying to make a certain type of record.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't. I really was
organic.
Just, I just go with it. Like, if the beat be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, bet. And then once I start, like, you know, my girl called it doing the crazy because she see me over in the corner talking to myself and shit. She's like, oh, he doing the crazy. Here he go with his shit. But while I'm over there doing the crazy, when I say certain shit and like, I guess it's listening back. I don't know because you're talking to yourself, so I don't know if the proper term would be listening back. But whatever is happening in that moment, and I could hear a melody or a line or something, and I'm like, yeah, this and we'll keep going with that. And I just, I really try not to overthink it at all. Like, I don't have too much trouble with like writer's block and shit like that because I just be going with the shit. The only issue I be having sometimes is I might come up with too much different shit and now these things don't fit together on the same song. Yeah. So but
And when that happens, what do you do?
I'll either sit down with whoever the producer, you know, like somebody like L or whatever, and we'll do like process of elimination or we'll do like mix and match. I start moving shit around. So the first verse might get moved to the second verse, or what was the hook is now the beginning of some other shit, or, you know, we put drops in the beat or change stuff. Like I start playing Tetris. Cause now I got all the elements. Cause it'd be like, this little 4-bar thing I did is dope. This verse, this 16, this is dope. This little melodic shit I did is dope, but it might just be all out of place and shit. And then that's when I start playing Tetris. So sometimes I make the song like that. Okay. But that be the most, that's like my version of writer's block is that. Because sometimes I don't be knowing how I'm going to do the Tetris.
Yeah.
Like, so that.
Okay. But yeah, once again, that's a real good record. I'm proud of you on that one because it's like, I couldn't make a record like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I'm the type of person, I'm going to always give credit and admire and have admiration for people who can do stuff I can't do.
Yeah, me
you know
too.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit is motivational.
Yeah, and then it's like, I was like, wow. I was like, there's no way I would have came up with that record. I was like, but.
I was on my Teddy Pendergrass, man. You know what I'm saying?
Good job. Next track. This beat crazy.
I forgot what's the next song.
No Depths.
Oh yeah, that's my shit right there.
That beat?
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
that beat is stupid.
You said on there, the rotten apple, don't eat it. It's the garden of Eden.
Damn. That's another one of them conversational. I told you, I like doing that shit. I be feeling like that shit is fire. When Hov used to do that shit, I used to be like, whoa, this nigga, he's talking to me, nigga, you heard this nigga? That's how it used to make me feel. So I be trying to do that, like, you know? Like, not biting. I'm gonna say my own shit, but I'm like, you gotta do it like that. They gotta feel like you talking to him. You know?
Yeah. That was another one of the bars. Like, you was doing your thing on there. I was like, okay. And it's like, yeah. I was like, this shit is crazy. Because it's like, I don't want to like nothing more than Nate Escovay. Like, you know, like, I'm one of them niggas, like, I didn't give a fuck what Tribe Called Quest came out with. Yeah. Nothing was going to be better than Low End Theory.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people be like, oh, Midnight Marauders is dope. I don't give a fuck. It's not better than the Low End Theory, so whatever. Yeah. So I'm at a point now like, yo, I need this last song to be whack. So it's not better than Nate. So I can at least say, yo, but on Nate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 6 joints. That's why we did 7 too. I told you, my whole I be trying to one up myself. I do that shit on purpose. Like, yeah, Bees, watch this, nigga. Niggas like that. I bet.
So the last song is called John Singleton.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Now, what's so dope, and let me know if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You never said his name in the song, right?
Nope.
And the way you made it a reference was dope by using Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Like, you not know Spike Lee or whatever doing blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Basically saying because that's what John Singleton was doing.
No, yeah, that's what, like, not necessarily, it was more so, it was showing love to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, you know, when somebody try to tell you that you can't be Spike Lee or you can't be John Singleton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
That track is dope. You said a line on there that caught my ear because I'm from that era.
Yeah.
You said the Black Bret Hart.
Yeah, facts.
That goes into what I was saying earlier about you. You do everything very good. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why. So when I heard you say I'm the Black Bret Hart, I was like,
yeah, you know,
he is the Black Bret Hart.
The best
he ain't got the big muscles like Hulk Hogan. He ain't flying off the rope like Macho Man. But he gonna give you the best match.
And if I can get you in that sharpshooter, man, hit the music.
Yeah. Like my man Slick used to say, turn out the lights, the party's over.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then you said something else.
And that was another Easter egg callback to my project I did, the Nate Foundation, where I'm on the cover as the Black Bret Hart. I got the shit on. So yeah, that was, you know, I like all that shit, man. All that comic book shit.
And I'm glad you said that because
go through the Bees anthology and
I
shit.
feel like I caught one of your Easter eggs that you was laying for a later on project in this song. Yeah. Tell me if I'm wrong. Cause I'm a little bit privileged, y'all. I got the next two projects too. Right? So I went and looked at it. Now, you also said on this track, we got brothers on the wall now.
Yeah.
Now, is that phrase an Easter egg for the cover of the next project?
No, I didn't think about that. That's some cool shit though. I might just take that because it ain't out yet. Be like, yeah, it is now, nigga. But that was just bars, this metaphor, because like I said, it was the reference of niggas saying, I'm saying, what I said, you were created for greatness, let nobody tell you different. Naysayers on your mission, never been Spike Lee. Created their own movie and star in the role. Mookie ain't gonna deliver the pizzas forever. We got brothers on the wall now. Never say never. Yeah. Like, this is a different time. So it's like, if Spike Lee and John Singleton and these type of brothers could do it back then, and all the people that have done amazing shit at the time they did it. Mm-hmm. In 2024, when everything is at your fingertips, you know what I'm saying? And we do got a couple brothers on the wall now. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, I'm not saying that shit is right by no means. You know what I mean? I still feel like, you know, we got to blow this shit up and start over. But that's a different conversation. You know what I mean? But, yeah, you could get to it, though. There's definitely more means and ways for you to get to it than any era that your ancestors had. Yeah. And that's what I was getting at. Yeah. But, yeah, that'd be fire, though. I should use that like an Easter egg.
Yeah. But, yeah, like, overall, I'm gonna sit here and honestly say this is my favorite project by you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this has surpassed Nate Escovay. I don't, you know, I didn't really want it to, but
damn.
You know, I feel like you've done it.
That's my shit though.
I'm proud of you. This is good because and you know what? I haven't even really heard the final draft yet.
No, yeah, it's, you know what I'm saying?
It's some other things
I gotta put on there.
Yeah, but from what I've heard, I was like, yeah, this is tough. This is tough. You know, it's just, you know what it is about Nate Escovay, and I hate to keep talking about Nate Escovay.
Nah, that's my shit. And like I said, man, like COVID came, man. We need to talk about that shit, man. Man, go listen to that shit. My nigga Paso did the cover. My son is a legend. Like in the art, you know what I'm saying? Design, creative world and shit. My man Pastor, that's one of my good friends. That's my brother, you know what I'm saying? But he did that cover, the whole art design, the shit with doing the shit with my face and shit. That was all his idea, you know what I mean? He added that to that project. So that project was very special. So yeah, I don't mind talking about that shit at all.
Yeah, Nate Excavate, it was just something about the beat you chose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that too. People be like, yo, you pick good beats.
Yeah. Yo, first of all,
I just be like, nigga, this shit hard. And I told you, like, the way I write. So it's like the beat. We talking. I be like, yo, what you said over there?
And I really do feel bad for you because I didn't really realize it until you said it, because Doing Too Much was the song that was supposed to do it for you.
Yeah. Or
like that was your, I was like, wow.
I like that song a lot
when you
too,
first played that for me, funny thing is I have a video in my phone of when you first played that for me when I was at your crib. I was just sitting there recording myself, listening to the song. Yeah. And I'm like, and I was like, yo, and I found it like maybe like last week. I was like, yo, this is fucking crazy. Yeah, and I said that to my wife. I was like, yo, this is when I first heard the song. Because she knows the song because I play it in the crib. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's crazy that you didn't get to really promote that song.
Nah, they shut the world down on the nigga. And it was like remember how I told you we was in the stew, like I got to work on that shit, like, you know, like, cause we was in the room like that. I got to put that shit through the board and shit. Like that album,
shit sounds so special, good. It sounds better than a lot of people's albums. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know, y'all can hit me, man. ZooMusic3@gmail.com. Yes. We tighten your shit up. If you didn't know, that's me. It ain't just me on the raps. That's me on the boards too.
I'm telling you, man, this guy's multifaceted.
Yeah, that's
saying, man, he's one of these people that's valuable. He's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's funny to say. When people ask me, they be like, "Yo, you make music? What do you do?" I be like, "I'm the utility man. I just come to the studio, and whatever's not being done, I could do it." You know, like if you already got a rapper there, you need to facilitate his shit. You need somebody to record. You need some beats. You need some shit written. You need a hook. That's whatever's not getting done. I could do it. Yeah. You need this shit plugged in. It ain't working right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real though.
Yeah, man. But I want to congratulate you on the dope project. What's the name of it again?
Mise. Yeah.
I like that. I like
you
that.
know.
I like that.
And it's funny too, cause it almost was gonna be like a second 30 for 30 kind of thing. Like I was gonna do it all again, like a new character and all that stuff. But we just decided to let it have its own thing, cause it feels like its own thing. Like when you listen to the music, and you know, even though you know you're not gonna be able to help it to a certain point, they gotta compare music to the last shit that you gave them type shit. Like you know what I mean? So. I don't mind, but I didn't want it to be like I'm telling you to compare it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the second one. Like, you know, so we just let it be its own thing. But hell yeah, I'm trying to steamroll it now. I'm dropping hella music. Like I ain't really taking no more breaks. Hopefully they don't close the world no more, and I could just put out music and live my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So. After Mise Play, what's next?
I got projects with Buddha and Grands. I got another project with LV. We halfway through with that shit. So it's like another one after Mise Play. So that project is halfway done. Working with Chance Styles, my homegirl that's on Calling, her album. A bunch of shit, bro. Just cooking. That's like this shit don't stop. I just keep doing this shit. Like it's So, project with Buddha and Grands. You know, Steel Sessions, just my family over there. My guy Mike Cuz and all of them. My guy Mars. You know, me and Mars been cooking. My boy Depp from out of Flint, producer from Flint, but me and Depp locked in. We cooking up shit. That's my boy. So I actually want to go out there. I'm going to go out there and fuck with him. Go to the studios in Flint. Smoke some of their weed, because, you know, weed legal in Michigan, too.
Okay.
So I want to go smoke some of their gas and, you know, fuck with my nigga Depp. So maybe I might make that happen soon, or maybe like early 25 or something. I'll go check bro after the holidays or some shit. But yeah, I'm in the process. I got songs, all the people I just said, we got hella songs recorded, and you know, right now I'm putting all the projects together and getting all the covers made and figuring out what's my little storyline. Like I said, continuing my Easter egg, like comic book type shit that I'm doing, and trying to tie it all together and make them make sense with each other and stuff.
Yeah.
So, because that's another thing. I like you to be able to listen to the music. You don't have to get the whole shit. Like, if you don't understand all the shit, like, I don't know what's innate, and I don't know, like you said, you don't get all the New York references. You don't got to get none of that shit. And just be like, nah, this shit dope. Like, it's just a dope song. If you just take it as that, it could be that. Yeah. But if you are into all the extra shit and you want to like see what's under the hood, I do got a bunch of shit under there too. Like, so that's why I did it like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean, I ain't want to be too weird and niggas can't fuck with it. Like, if you just want to bump it, you can bump that shit. You know, that's what I made it for. It's music. You know, but if you into like you nerding out like me, I got all that shit for niggas too. Like, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, like we said at the beginning, this is a special of the specialist episodes of Beezewax.
Yeah, facts. And I appreciate my brother Wax for asking me to do this too, man. I don't spend a lot of time talking about myself, really. I just be working, doing shit. And a lot of people tell me that I should do this more.
Yes.
And pop my shit more.
Yes.
Because I'm really one of them niggas. But you know, when you are what you are, you know, sometimes you don't be feeling like some people perceive that as like shyness or lack of confidence, when in actuality it'd be the opposite. It'd be like, nigga, I'm so confident, I didn't even feel the need to talk to you about that shit. But it's like, I understand that people not looking at it that way.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is gonna believe in you as much as you believe in yourself. So a motherfucker is not gonna see that's what's on the inside. So sometimes you do gotta pop your shit so niggas know, like, nah, actually you're bugging. So I appreciate you basically just asking me to come talk my shit and let these people know what's going on.
Yeah, man, because I don't feel like enough people know. You've been holding down Co-op City, you know, the like very active, always repping our hood and everything.
And that's always been important to me too. Like you said, the references, because I feel like it's an epidemic where niggas we don't get enough credit. Co-op City is dope as fuck. Yeah. And we got mad dope shit and mad dope niggas, and I feel like that don't get talked about enough. Even from people that's from Co-op. Exactly. Don't talk about it enough. Yeah. So I make sure that I'm one of them niggas that I'm gonna say it every time.
That's right. But yeah, man, this is a special one. What we gonna do? We about to go get something to eat?
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm starving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, might be back in the studio tonight. But right now it's time to eat, man. Beezewax, episode whatever.
Go get the project. What's the name of it again?
Mise. By the time you see this, that should be out. I'm gonna have a link down there. You can just click on that joint. Go watch this and then go listen to that and then come back and comment what you think.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, all right.
I wish you would.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Talk about it.
Yeah.
You know. Beezewax, baby.
Beezewax.